Beautiful fall. Technically still day, it's not evening yet. Okay, so beautiful fall day. Ooh, look at the colors. Look at those beautiful colors. Look at my big tree. About to put a whole bunch of leaves in my yard and bury everything for the till the snow comes. Chicken wrangling kit. Had to say goodbye to the chickens today. Although they didn't get transported in that, it was a big one. But I gotta show you something. Proof that there is a God. You're gonna love this one. Okay, there's my truck. Got a whole bunch of parts waiting in there to go on to my truck, right? So, here's what's gonna happen. Nothing. Why? Because I need a 21mm socket to get the caliper brackets off. I have a 21mm socket. Problem is, and it's a good socket too. It's brand new. But the problem is it's too long. Why? Because somebody put a leaf spring right where my socket needs to go, right? Because it's an extended socket, it's a deep socket, whatever. But you guys do know I do scrap metal for a living-ish. You know, whenever we get I got a big pick that I just started the other day. Now, here's what happened with this big pick. I found something. Some things. So, there's Rotor that learned his lesson the hard way, number 1. They know now. They know now. There's Rotor number 2. Learned his lesson the hard way. That you're coming off whether you want to or not. Now, my buddy said, those 21mm bolts, you're going to have to cut those off. You'll never get these off. It's just 4 bolts, basically those guys right there. So you can see the gap I got between the leaf spring and, if I get my finger in there, that is not very much. And I don't have that. So I got to go to the store and get a 21mm socket. But I found something yesterday. Ironically, it's a place I worked when I was still in high school as a teenager, at the ski hill, and they got a big thing of metal, and there was a bin we were clearing out, and these were in it. Now, I thought, before I go to the store, let's see what happens. Ah, it doesn't fit. Too big. Darn it. Yeah. Perfect fit. Nice one, dude. Yeah. I guess the Almighty saw me beating on this thing for the past 3 weeks there. It came off. Again, you can see where the honey goo penetrated through. And again, busting this crust barrier right here with the chisel, I think is what really did it. I'm going to try that same trick on that bolt. It's a trick I used to use all the time, and it used to work all the time, so at least I'm one step closer. I know I'm going to curse and have to fight with it, but I'm closer. I'm just closer, that's all. That's all that matters to me right now, is I'm just that much closer to putting parts on. Now I still got to get all the brakes and everything. Brake lines, I got most of the brake cables, so that's going to be, it's basically the 2 back ones, but I needed 4 cables, and I think I'm still waiting for 2 more cables and 1 more front rotor. Then I got everything. I think I have all the hardware kit that I need, and everything should be good. But even if I don't have all the cables, it doesn't matter. I got the shoes and the backing plates. That's all going to be nice and shiny and new very, very, very soon. You probably saw some of the stuff already. I'm going to put it on there. But here's where it gets really good, is that truck, all those parts. Okay, it was $830 of parts. Okay, now I don't always make money like this, so I'm, don't take it as you're going to make money like this all the time. But in 2 days, I basically paid for all the parts. The truck hasn't even ran on the road yet. It's ready to go. I got $49 more to pay on my insurance, and so I got to get down there, but I don't have a vehicle running. And something really bizarre happened to poor Freddie today. I was hauling some wood with him out of there because I got to put it in the basement before the snow flies. The leaves are gone and the snow flies. Well, guess what happens? It's wintertime. But anyway, poor Freddie decided to throw an exhaust. One of the headers has got like a massive, you can see, like, it looks like somebody put like a fan on high on the ground. It got really loud in there. So the truck, yeah, it's effectively off the road. So my exhaust finally fell off. So a typical reg vehicle. The only thing missing is the cracked windshield, so hopefully that doesn't happen. But now I'm going through that truck a little bit more. I don't know if I'm going to be able to save it at this point. I think I can. I found a box for it, but before I put any money into it, like I said, I've got to go through everything. So I know now I need rear brakes for sure. Well, except for the one side, I pretty much need 3 more brake systems on that. And then the exhaust. And then it's just a matter of cleaning up this, cleaning up that, and then replace. Because I found a box and a tailgate that might be in like same year, same paint and everything. Like no body work to do really at all. Just unscrew or unbolt, swap, and then I got the box for scrap metal. So I'm praying it's going to be that simple. And like everything in my life, it always usually works out never that simple. So yeah. So anyway, Brutus, the big snow beast, is about to get a new set of brakes, which we're going to need because we're hauling enough metal now. The fine, let's put it to you this way. We had about 400 pounds of brass the other day within a 2-day span. Now, some of it was collected over a long period of time, but yesterday we found at least 200 pounds of brass. So, and trust me, we're going to be going there for a week, so hopefully we find more. So the steel wasn't very much, but the brass was really good. Really good. So anyway, I'm going to get all this hopefully done next week. I got to work. My buddy's grandmother passed away, unfortunately, so, you know, is what it is, right? So basically last week I only basically start working Thursday, which was Wednesday, sorry. Only did Wednesday, and today's Friday, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week, and we're behind on we're behind on a lot of jobs, so we got to finish up something tomorrow. And then the next day, I did, however, get my boat siliconed over those couple of days, even though it was raining. And I got this done. So it's just a matter of getting things back together. So things are almost completely apart. Just these brake brackets. I'm gonna let the honeydew sit on it overnight. Then I'll beat on it like an orangutan, like I normally do. And I will break those things. But look at that. You know, ask and you shall receive. This thing only has to work 8 more times. Because I have to put stuff back on too. If that works 8 more times, I will have gotten all my value and what I paid for this socket, basically picking it up out of the scrap metal bin. Life is good, you know. Life is good, you know. For every 10mm socket I've ever lost, this 21mm socket will make up for it. Ish, because I lost a lot of 10mm sockets. Okay, thank you. Just thank you. Thank you, Mr. God Dude, for sending me this. It makes me so happy. So, yeah, I'll just, you know, be humble. There you go. So, anyway, it's been kind of a lousy week in a lot of other ways. A lot of bad information this week for me. And, you know, concerning, I'm myself okay, but, you know, people passing away and stuff like that. And other things. So this was a nice little pick-me-up. And then, of course, I had to say goodbye to the chickens today. And I had to get all 6 of them. And they all went willingly. I had to pet them like 4 times each. And then pick them up, scoop them up, put them in the little carrier. They're off at my aunt's, so they're a nice home. But I now have 5 cartons of eggs, but it's the last 5 free cartons of eggs I'll get this season. So, yeah, well, I got to get through them because they're going to go bad before I can eat them all. I've already given away about 6 dozen eggs. I probably got paid like $100 and some odd in eggs this year. Again, how cool is that? All right, so yeah, everything goes in stages, but Brutus is about to go on the road and take over for poor Freddie, who needs so much rest. That poor truck. If I can find a place this winter to work on him, I'll see what I can get done on him. Who knows? Maybe it'll be my drag truck. Not admitting everything. The truck is supposedly only does 100 miles an hour or 160 kilometers an hour. Okay, that's not that fast. But that V8 4.6 Triton V8, okay, on my last ride home, sort of with it, because it threw out the brake pad and it was making kind of a racket. I thought, well, got to clear some carbon out of it, right? I won't say what I hit, but I'll say this: its 0 to 60 time is way more impressive than you would imagine for an old truck like that. That truck, when the rev limiter kicks into that second kind of zone there, right around 2,500 there, it starts to move kind of fast. Could be a future drag truck, I'm telling you. guy with no money's got to, you know, you got to make your options, right? So anyway, I'll leave it at that. So let's have a look at these buttes. All right, everybody have yourselves a great day. There you go.